Okay, let's try it again. Anybody there? There it goes. Come on in. Okay, is that better? Is it on the right thing now? All right, I'm just sharing it so everybody can find it. All right, that should be it. Okay. I think I got everything. Hello. Just trying to share the live with everybody so they can find us. Okay. I think we're done now. Let me turn my sound off. I don't think you guys want to hear me twice. Okay. Hi, Linda. Hi, Nathan. Hi, Mom. Hi, Josh. I'm going to go ahead and get started. And I'll tell you what I'm doing as I go here. And then as everyone comes in, I'll do a recap. So, hello and thank you for joining me. I'm using a wreath frame that I put together, put my own ties on, 18 ties. And I'm using this sign tonight. I hope you can see it with the glare. It's gold. And we're going to use this leprechaun here to put on it. So I'm going to go ahead and get started with the poofs. Hi, Sonia. Thank you for joining us from Arkansas. I hope everything is not backwards. I tried to make sure I changed it. Come in and say hello. Hi, Robin. Thank you all for joining. I appreciate it. I'm making a St. Patrick's Day wreath. The frame is a 14.5-inch frame. And this zip tie doesn't want to work. Must be part of that bad batch. Let's try it again. Bought a bunch of zip ties from Amazon not long ago, and I got a bad batch apparently because some of them don't work and they break very easily. Hi, Sherry. How's everybody doing tonight? Everybody staying warm? We just have cold. Thankfully, no snow. Glad about that. We've had enough snow. All right, now I can do my poofs. And I'm going to do 10-inch poofs all the way around, top and bottom. I start on the top because I don't want my mesh to snag. If I did the bottom first, then it would snag on that as I'm doing the top. So that's just how I choose to do it. Snowing there? Oh, keep it. We don't want it. I'm in North Carolina. I'm in the Sand Hills region, they call it. I'm near Fort Bragg. Up until a little over a year ago, we were up in New York where they're getting all that snow now. So I'm not missing it. So where's everybody from? Hi, Lisa. Thank you all for joining me. We're doing a Leprechaun Wreath tonight. Maine. Are you getting snow, Maine? PA? You guys aren't getting any snow yet, are you? Yeah, I know you're not getting any, Sherry. Although I'm sure you could. I know up there where we used to live, up near Watertown, they are getting hammered, apparently. At least it looks that way. I haven't heard from anybody. No snow, yeah, freezing everybody. Yeah, everybody's freezing. Hi, Ashley, Karen. Thank you guys for joining me tonight. If you wouldn't mind sharing, I'd appreciate it. This green, this is, to be honest with you, I don't know what the color is called because they don't have the color written on it. I bought it from AC Moore. I got it at Christmas time, but it's a really pretty dark emerald color. And I just love it. I used it a couple of times at Christmas. And I bought me more just to have it for whatever else comes up. And I guess St. Patrick's Day is it. But I really like it. It's got the metallic in it. Thank you for sharing. I appreciate that. I hope everybody is staying warm. Yeah, it is gorgeous. I love it. It's very, very pretty. I'm using a bunch of different greens tonight, so. And I will give you all a recap of what I'm doing here in 1 second. Nine below. Oh my gosh. Excuse me. Yeah, I think we're in the 30s. We're still in the 30s. Alright, so I finished the top row and I'm just going to pull this down to the bottom. And I'm just going to wrap this twist around it once to keep it in place. Thank you so much, Karen. I appreciate that. Alright, so let me give you a recap of what I'm doing. I'm doing 10-inch poofs on my work form. I've already done the top. I'm going to do the bottom now. I got this mesh at AC Moore, and it's an emerald green with some metallic in it. And then I'm going to be using this really pretty check green that I got. Got this from Craft Outlet. So I'm going to do these ruffles. 20 inches I cut these. It's a 10-inch roll. And then I have 3 different colors in my bundles for my curls. So I've got a lime green, an apple green, and an emerald green. And I'm going to put those in every other tie. And then these are my ribbon choices. And you'll probably say why to one of them, but hopefully it's going to work. So we've got Shamrocks with a white background and black Swiss polka dots. And then I have a gold with green and glittered Shamrocks. And the gold is because his sign has gold in it. So I'm hoping that works. It was the only gold I had. This is the sign I'm using. And it says, "Get your green on." And then this is Lucky. That's what I named him anyway. And we're going to use him. Binghamton. I know where that is, Kathy. Oh, yeah, -5. Ugh. No, no, no. Yeah, we just left New York a little over a year ago. We were up that way. I guess I didn't tie that off. Yeah, we lived up in Watertown. And this roll was already open, so I'm going to use the rest of this up, and then I'm going to open the new roll. Doesn't want to roll. It is cute. Thank you, Sherry. So is everybody excited for Super Bowl Sunday? Does anybody watch Super Bowl? Alright, so I'm getting to the end of the roll here. I'm just going to pull the rest of this off and try to use up the rest of it and then open the new roll. Don't want to waste any of it. Yeah, you did. Yeah, I don't think I went to that one though, Josh, because that was further away. Just the halftime show? Yeah, that's what we watch it for. The halftime show and the commercials. That's what we watch it for. I'm one of those lucky ones whose husband does not care for sports. So we don't have to watch those games for the games. Yeah, I saw that. They closed it down and they have banned semi-trailers or semi-trucks from it. Yeah, I still follow the news up there. I have a lot of friends that are still there too. That one doesn't look like I did a very good job on it. Let me measure that one again. My son is a Saints fan too. Yeah, the Rams are, my sisters and my nephew and all them are rooting for the Rams. They're in California. So that's their team since they're in the Super Bowl. Hubby got the day off for because of the weather? Yeah. It's a mess. I don't miss it though. I don't at all. I liked it when we were there the first year, and that was it. I always wanted a white Christmas. I had my white Christmas, and then I was done with it. Kansas City Chiefs, yeah. Hi, Deb. I didn't say hi to you. I'm sorry. All right, so I got to the end of the roll. Oh, yeah. I'll bet. I know we have a friend that lives in right outside of Niagara Falls there. Well, she lives outside of Buffalo. Or, no, she lives in Buffalo. But she likes the snow. She gets excited about it. Yeah, I don't blame you. I don't either. No. That's bone-chilling cold. I'm sorry. Of course, since we've been back here, they've had crazy weather, too. It's like every other week it's freezing or it's in the 70s. It can't make up its mind. Alright, so I'm going to zip tie this off to the frame. I'm going to put it in the middle here, though. I'm going to cut some of this off because I don't need all this. The Poofs are 10 inches. Wreath lady, huh? Alright, so I'm going to zip tie this to the frame and then I'll add the other roll to finish this off. Oh, no problem. Ask anything you want. Alright, so that's there. And let me get the new roll out. Nathan, did you make it back in? I didn't see you anywhere. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and add this one. Right where I left off. Okay, I'm sorry, I didn't see you, babe. Nathan's my grandson. Are all the kids watching with you? I know you are, honey. I know you're always here. I know that you were on the first one, but I didn't know if you made it over here. On this size frame, doing a 10-inch poof all the way around, usually it's half a roll of 21-inch mesh. Sometimes it's a little bit over that. Like if you're joining these together, like I am. But yeah, typically it's about half. All right, let me tighten that off, and then we'll be good to go. As long as these aren't the zip ties that break real easily. I'll be good. Alright. Hi, Nay. How are you? Stay out of trouble this week. Alright. Get the rest of these on here. I just love this color. It's even prettier in person than what you see on the screen. You staying warm out there, Renee? I'm sure y'all aren't freezing the way everybody else is. No, Tiffany, I do not miss it at all. We were just talking about that. Yeah, I've been watching your weather up there. We're okay. We're no snow, but we're freezing here too. I'm not as bad as you guys, but we're freezing. Yeah, we don't have it that bad, thankfully, but no, not missing it at all. Yeah, I've been keeping an eye on the weather there. Rains. Oh, well, California, the rains is just as bad as any other weather. Yeah, you guys, aren't you guys supposed to get like 4 feet of snow, Tiffany? Between 3 and 4 feet I saw last. Or is that just in the Tug Hills? Alright, almost done. I've got 2 more to go here. And then I will give you all a quick recap again of what I'm doing. Renee, how long was it before you could like things again on Facebook? Was it just a couple of days? Because it's been a week now, so was it all week or just a few days? Alright, so that's it for there. And I need one more zip tie. Cut this off. Cindy, are you here? I haven't seen Cindy come in yet. I know she was busy earlier. Alright, as soon as I get this tied off here, I'm going to go ahead and give you all a recap. So you can see what I'm doing. Couple of strays there, so let me get those out of the way. Alright, so there we go. So there's our poofs. And I did 10-inch poofs all the way around. And I'm just spreading these out so that they're taking up the open spaces. And I'm going to do a recap really quick, and then we'll get started on the ruffles. Alright, there we go. This side's looking a little flat. I don't know why. Is Cindy here? I haven't seen her yet. Okay. Alright, so there's the 10-inch poofs all the way around. And then I'm going to do 20-inch ruffles with this green check mesh. It's from a 10-inch roll. And I'm going to do that in every other tie. And then I have my curl bundles, which I have 3 different colors, lime, apple, and emerald. And I'm going to do those in every other tie. And then we've got this sign here that we're going to use. And we're going to use Mr. Lucky. Hi, Bev. Thank you for joining me. Alright, so I'm going to get rid of this so it doesn't snag. Get that out of the way. That gives me a little more room there. I use my own tinsel ties so they shed a little bit, so. Yes, this is very pretty. I just got this from Craft Outlet. It's so pretty. I like it. The check mesh in any color I think is nice. Alright. I have a starting point on my wreaths, so I'm looking for that, and it's going to be right here. And I'm just going to ruffle this up the center. And I'm going to place it in my tie and give it a couple twists. And then I make mine, which I don't take credit for it. Someone else showed it on their live, and that's where I got it from. But I curve them around so that they look like a flower. Oh, yeah, I got those. Where did I get him? Where did I get him? I didn't get him from Craft Outlet. I got him from, I think I got him from Big Lots. Yeah, I think I got him from Big Lots. I'm pretty sure that's where he came from. I'd have to look at my receipts. Thank you for helping me the other night, Bev, with the tulips. Ordering those from Michael's. I ordered them. I just, I haven't gotten them, but I was the one who was pestering you about that coupon code. Collections. Is that Lakeside Collections, or is that something else? I don't know why this looks like it moved. It's probably why it looked flat. Yeah, I'm using a whole bunch of greens, different green tonight. Fill this in. Honestly, a lot of it I had, especially the curls that I did. I had a lot of open rolls that I wanted to get rid of. So pretty much I just cut them up in 10-inch pieces and made my curls. And that got rid of some of it. Hi Hope, how are you? I haven't seen you in a while. How are you doing? Hi Lee, how are you? Lee is the one I get my signs from. Not this sign, but most of my signs I get. I love her signs. Every time she puts out a new one, I want to buy it. Yeah, that's what I thought. It's probably the same one I'm thinking of, but I can't. I thought it was Lakeside Collections or something like that. They send me emails all the time. I bought the elves. They had the elves at Christmas. Did you get any of those? Surprised my hands are actually working tonight. Well, it's truly, every time you put up a sign, I get in trouble. I just got my shipment from you the other day. I've just bought 10 signs. And I've got 3 of them that I have to use in custom orders that I have. One is that sea turtles. One of my customers found it when I heard me talking about it a couple weeks ago when I was doing a live. And she went and looked at your page and she saw the sea turtles and sent me a message and said, I want that. Yeah, they were big ones. The elves were big ones. I made a wreath out of one of them, with one of them I used to make a wreath for a customer, and then the other one I used to make a wreath for my own door. Actually, mine was a swag. Collections Inc. Yeah, I'll have to look and see that. It sounds like it's similar to the same place that I ordered them from. Or they have different names, I don't know, could be. But yeah, I got the elves at Christmas. I haven't seen anything. I was looking for some bunnies. Because I like to put the plush things on my wreaths, but I did a lot of them at Christmas, but I haven't seen any bunnies yet. Personally Yours signs. Yes, that's who I get them from. The one I'm using tonight isn't from her, but I have a whole stash of them over here in the corner that I just got from her. and some that I haven't even used yet. So yeah, I have to do the sea turtles and the military ones. And then I have the red truck for with the American flag. I love that one. I just ordered some ribbon to go with that too. Yep, personally yours. There you go. She just put it up. She's on Etsy. Okay, what did I do? I twisted it. And if you haven't already, if you wouldn't mind sharing this live for me, I'd appreciate that. Trying to build my audience. Yeah, I haven't found the perfect bunnies yet either. I've been looking though. Darn it, I've messed up all my ribbon. If you're in, come in and say hello. We're glad you joined us. Sometimes they end up right next to each other. So what's everybody doing tonight besides watching lives? The frame is a 14.5-inch frame. I make my own frames. I have work frames too, but I prefer making my own sometimes. When I first started, they had a shortage of frames, so that's how I started, was making my own. But I do use work frames. I think last week on my live I used a work frame. Yeah, for the bunny I did. Alright, so this is the last ruffle. Cleaning the kitchen. Oh, can you come do mine, Sherry? There's not a whole lot to do, but I just want somebody else to do it. Be right there. Thanks. Just snap your fingers and you will appear, right? Hi Diane, how are you? Thank you for joining us. Well, this check mesh frays a little more than I remember the black one doing it. I used the black one at Christmas. I don't remember it fraying that much. But any mesh that you cut's gonna fray, so. Cold like everyone else, yes. There's 18 poofs altogether. There's 18 ties, and I've made 10-inch poofs in each tie. The ruffles, there's 9 of those in every other tie. And that's what that looks like now. Let me go this way so you can see it. It looks like a bunch of flowers on there. And now we're going to put the curls in. And I'm going to put one bundle in each, or in every other tie, excuse me. Lucky came from Big Lots. Oops, sorry for all the noise. Yeah. There's Lucky. And I did surgery on him today. So I took out the dirt that they put in them. If you don't know, to weigh these down, they put a bag of pebbles or tiny crushed up rocks in their bottoms. And that helps them sit. Matter of fact, there's the bag right there. So basically China is sending us all their dirt, or Taiwan, or wherever these are coming from. So I just break open the seam and take them out, and then I sew them back up. And then I put glue on it to keep the threads from coming apart. Because you never know. Alright, so I've got all my bundles in a bucket over here. And I've got my flex tubing on top, so I got to get them all out of here. I've got a whole bunch of flex tubing here tonight. I couldn't decide what color I wanted to use, so I just cut them all and then I'll figure it out. We'll put him there so he can watch. Yep, China dirt. They send us their dirt. Yes, 18 ties. The ruffles are I did 9 on the ruffles. It's every other tie has a ruffle in it. But the poofs I did, of course, in every tie. And then the bundles, I'm going to do those in every other tie. The ones that don't have the ruffle, I'm going to put the bundles in, the curls. After I give it a little clip here. So I already put a pipe cleaner on these already, so they're all bundled up and ready to go. So all I have to do is go around and put them in the ties. So I'm going to start on the top. Oh, hi Jonathan, how are you? Yeah, I like the poof ruffle and curls. I think it's my favorite to do. I like doing all ruffles too, but my hands don't like that. So this makes it easier for me. I was watching your live last night, Jonathan. Try and keep everything from snagging on itself. With the mesh tube? Oh, you mean the curls? It looked really good. I can't wait to see it when you put your sign on it. I love doing rails. Oh, they're down here. I keep forgetting. They're usually over here and I just have to grab them, but they're not there tonight. So these curls, like I said, I had some open rolls of green from Christmas and I wanted to use them up, so I just cut them all into curls. That's why I have 3 different colors tonight. Figured why not get rid of them. Gets them out of my opened stash. Kathy, are you talking about curls, that you have bad luck with those? Ella was so cute reading the comments last night on your live, Jonathan. She would get so excited every time someone said hello to her. Alright, so that's the top. Now I'm just going to do the same thing around the bottom. Oh, the flex tubing. You have a problem with that falling apart? Yeah, I love flex tubing. I put it on everything, just about. Trying to keep my mesh from snagging. There we go. No, no, you weren't yelling at her. She just wants to socialize. Yeah, I shared his, he did one last night, Cindy, and I shared it, and then I think I shared the one before that too, that he did. For those that don't know, Cindy is my daughter. My son was in here too. I don't know if he's still here. Joshua's my son. And then Nathan is my grandson. He's always in here. He hides behind the curtain. You don't see him talk a whole lot. Oh, thank you. Yep, there he is. He's still there. Cindy's my, usually my moderator on here. She keeps everything going for me. And she's our bartender. So if you want a drink, just let her know. She'll get you one. Doesn't have to be alcohol. She'll serve anything. She's also my girl Friday. She takes care of me. She takes care of my website and my... She's doing my logo for me now. And she doesn't get enough credit, so I usually give Nathan all the credit. So tonight I'm giving her all the credit. And she works a full-time job and has 5 kids, and she still helps me. That's love. Alright, I don't know what's wrong with this curl, but there it goes. It was snagged, of course. Not very good tonight. What's wrong? Oh, you're cold. Yeah, we're all freezing. That's why I'm wearing a long sleeve shirt, but now I'm hot, so I can't win either way. She does do an awesome job. She takes care of her mama, that's for sure. She did my website for me. She takes care of my Twitter and my Instagram because I don't know what to do with either of those. I can do Facebook, but I can't do that. I wouldn't even have a Twitter or a Instagram if it wasn't for my niece. When I went to California for a visit, she put it on my phone. That's the only reason I even had one. I got nothing to tweet. Tell me about it, Jonathan. That's what I'm saying. She is just on top of it all. Twitter's your favorite. I think everybody likes Twitter. I've never gotten into it. That's probably why. I've just never seen a use for me anyway. Facebook now is just all about lives or playing games, really. Actually, I don't even play them on Facebook anymore. They're just all on my tablet. Back before, you know, they were all apps. Now everything's an app. Alright, so there's all the curls. Just trimming off all these loose pieces here because they're driving me crazy. I'll go back through and do that afterwards, though. But look at that. Look at all that green. Isn't that nice? Yeah, you and me both, Hope. Instagram, I don't get it. I was trying to do something on one of them one time. I don't know which one it was, Instagram or Twitter. And I couldn't get it to do what I wanted. And I texted Cindy and I said, well, I don't know what's happening. I'm trying to post something on there. I think I was trying to post a video or something. I don't know. She's like, no, you can't do that. I can't remember what it was. Cindy, do you remember now? One of them is just pictures or something like that, I think is what it is. I was trying to post commentary, I guess. I don't know. I can't keep track of them all. There's too many of them. Alright. Now that that's done, let me do a recap. I did 10-inch Poofs. I did 20-inch ruffles with the green check mesh in every other tie. And, well, then it was probably not pictures. It was probably, I was trying to write something on Instagram is probably what it was. And then I did curls. I have 3 different colors of curls. They're rolled 10 inches. And those are in the every other tie that doesn't have a ruffle. So there's that. All right, Josh, thank you. Love you. All right, so here's the ribbons we're going to use. And I'm going to put the sign up here so you can see. The sign will probably go somewhere over here. And I'm sorry if there's a glare. The light's going to hit it. So I have black with the white Swiss polka dots. And then the white with the green shamrocks. And then I have a glitter, green shamrocks, and I have gold. Obviously the gold goes with the sign. And then the black and the greens are in his outfit. So we're going to see how that works. I'm not real keen on the gray, the gold. And I got a wire coming out of the gold, of course. It's like it's really thin and the wires keep coming out of it. I've had to recut several of them. It's getting caught on my mesh. So anyway, we're going to do that. We'll see. If I don't like it, I'll take it off tomorrow. That's what I do. I redo it later. Thank you, Robin. Added on Instagram? Yeah. I have it, so... but I don't use it. I know my wreaths get posted there, so. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and start putting these in here. And I'm going to put the black and white with the green shamrocks on the ruffles. And I'm just gathering these in the center. And the ribbons are cut at 14 inches. I cut my ribbons at 14 inches most of the time. And I'm going to put these in the tie. Don't want to twist it off too much. And then I'm just going to spread these out and give them a little curl. So is there a lot of people doing lives tonight? It looked like there was going to be a lot of people on. So I will turn this around and show you all as soon as I get a couple of ribbons on here so you can see what that's going to look like. And I'm going to put the gold and the green glitter. Make sure this isn't the one where the wire's coming out, because I'll have to cut another one of those. Thank you, Nathan. I'm going to South Carolina this weekend to see my daughter and grandkids. This weekend is Friday is my daughter Cindy and her daughter Savannah's birthday. They share the same birthday. Savannah's going to be 6, and I'm not going to tell you how old Cindy is because I could probably get in trouble for that. Then she might tell how old I am. Oh yeah, there will be. Yeah. Yeah, I got my green on. Well, it will be a very full and very green wreath, that's for sure. Alright, so I'm going to do one more and then I'm going to show you all what I got over here. Well, that's not even cut right. Let's fix that. Don't know how I did that. Lopsided. It's another thing with this gold, you can't tell which side's which. I guess that's a good thing because it doesn't matter then. Hi Lois, how are you? Thank you for joining us. I appreciate that. If y'all wouldn't mind sharing too, I'd appreciate that very much. I'm working on building my following. And that's why I do these lives. Alright, so I've got a couple of them in here. Let me show you what I got and see if this is going to work out for us. It's very shiny gold, that's for sure. Alright. So that's what we've got so far. And then you see that gold's going to go with that. Oh, sorry, there's really bad glare. So if you can see that. All right, let's go ahead and get that finished up. And I just dumped all my ribbons. It's upside down. Thank you, Sherry. I see you're getting ready to go on a cruise or planning a cruise, huh? To Alaska. You know I lived in Alaska. I loved it when we lived there. We didn't want to leave. But then that was back in the 90s. We were younger then. The cold didn't bother us as much. Now, I couldn't do it. That was one of the best experiences I think all three of us actually had living there. It was a whole new thing for Cindy. You know, she had freedom because we lived on the base and she could go anywhere she wanted and we didn't have to worry about it. It was a closed post. It was great. We had a little 2-story, they were 8-plexes that we lived in. So lots of neighbors. But we had the little thing in front of the house, you know, where you plug your vehicle in to keep your engine block warm so that your car didn't freeze up. And Bob called in to work one day because he couldn't go to work because there was a moose in front of our door. And hi Lisa, how are you? Can't mess with the moose up there. It's the only place that I think that it is acceptable to call in late to work because there's a moose in your yard. Of course, I don't know if they'd get away with that today or not, but that was back in the 90s. Thank you, Robin, for joining. I appreciate it. I'll go and check out your video afterwards, too, and look at your signs. And I will see you on the next one. Have a good night. No problem, Lisa. Glad you're here. How are you doing? That's going to be fun, Sherry. You're going to like that. There's summers and it is beautiful. We went to Glacier Bay. We didn't live too far from it. It wasn't that far to go. Oh no, you're not late. You're good. Hi Deanna, how are you? Thank you for joining us. I appreciate it. Everybody's just trying to stay warm. Oh no, head cold? Yeah, that's the worst. Good night, sweetie. All right, I love you. Good night. Poor kids, they don't get to stay for very long because I go on around their bedtime. Well, I hope you feel better, Lisa. I'm good. Yeah, that's what Renee was telling, that you guys are getting some rain, or you're supposed to this weekend. Yeah, that's bad. Mudslides, here they come, right? Flooded roads. That's all I remember is where we lived over there on 4th. It would flood all the time. I don't know if it's ever gotten any better, but I remember our mom's car getting stuck over there in the water one time. Right out in front of the park there. Oh, you're so nice. Thank you very much, Deanna. Oh, how old's the baby? Oh, that'll be nice, Lisa. Hopefully you don't get rained out. Alright. This one's not sitting the way I want it to, so there it goes. We'll just make it go the way we want it to. Alright, so the bottom's all done. Got that over with. Now let's start on the top. And I'm going to reverse it on the top and put the black in this shamrock in the curls. Rain or shine, yeah. Sometimes you just got to do that. Renee, are you still in here? I don't see all the hearts tonight, so I can't see if you and Cindy are here. Oh, they're still babies. My grandson, the oldest one, is going to be 14 this year. He's still a baby to me. He may not like the thought of that, but I do. Alright, I got a wire sticking out here. Get rid of that. Oh, that's the one where the wire was coming out. All right, let's see if that's gonna hold. Yes, I am a young grandma. I have 7 grandkids. I was a young mom. That's the only way to do it for me. She raised us. I like being a young grandma because I can still do all that. Well, not all of that stuff, but I can still do fun stuff with them, you know. It's not always easy, but it's easier than it would be if I were older. That's for sure. How's your grandbaby? You're not older than me by much, though. We're still about the same age. She's 3. Time flies. I think the kids like it, me being younger too, because they can still do stuff with me. And I understand what they're talking about most of the time. Most of the time. Oh, she has a cold too. Poor thing. Yeah, you only got a couple years on me. Let's see if I can read the rest of that. I don't know if it'll let me yet, Will. Yeah. That's the truth. I was a grandma for the first time at 40. And I wouldn't change it. Mom's doing good. She was on here a minute ago. I don't know if she's still here. She don't pay no attention to me. But she's good. She doesn't do much. She don't go nowhere. Keep telling her she needs to go out and make some friends. Yep, there she is. Mama at 41. There's nothing wrong with that. And you probably have more patience than any other mother at 21. Oh, there they are. I was going to say, how did I do that? But I forgot I left some over there. Oh, Michelle, I'm glad you got it. How did you like it? Did you open it? I can't wait to see how he likes it. Everything was okay with it then? Glad to hear that. Yeah, I really liked that sign, changing that sign out. Made it look a lot better. Alright, a couple more and then we'll be done with the ribbons. This one goes with that, so I need this one next. Yep. Yeah. Hi Casey, how are you? Thank you for joining us. No, you're not late. You're good. Don't worry about that. Oh, I'm glad to hear that, Michelle. Good. You never know, you know, how it's going to arrive. So I try to make sure it gets there in the same condition. So But yeah, I can't wait for him to see it. Oh, thank you for sharing, Casey. All right, one more ribbon and we're done with that. This thing is so full I can't even see my ties. Oh. That's awesome, Deanna. Well, yeah, that's what we do with the grandkids. They're allowed to make those messes. The kids weren't allowed to do it, but the grandkids can do it. Now you have to hide it, yeah. It's going to be hard to hide that big box, isn't it? Oh, I can't wait for him to see it. I hope he likes it. Michelle bought a motorcycle wreath from me. And it's a Valentine's present. Alright, so there's all my my ribbons. So I'll give y'all a look there. Alright, so let's see. I gotta find my starting point. Right here. I always have a starting point with my wreaths and I try to use that as my starting for each layer I put on. Wow, I got a lot of mesh on me. Alright, so let's see. I think I'm going to put the sign, well, I don't know. Let's see where we want to put him first. Don't know if I want to put the sign down lower or up closer to the center here. Thank you, Lisa. Yeah, it'll be posted. You can check it out. I'll have pictures up too. Thank you. Talk to you soon. All right, so get this out of the way. So what do you think? Can you see that without this glare? Yeah, I think I'm gonna put it there. All right, so I already have my pipe cleaners on the sign. Let me get that on first. Twist off these here. Try not to cover up all my goodies here. Alright, so I'm just going to stick my pipe cleaner down through the mesh and grab a hold of it. Yeah, I think I like it in the middle too. Thank you. Usually it'll go right through. Well, thank you, Hope. Yeah, there it goes. All right. So let's see if I can pull that. I don't want to smash anything, so I'm just gonna, I'll pull these out from underneath in a minute. Yeah, there we go. I don't want to pull too tight because I don't want it to smash the mesh in the ribbons. So I'm just going to wrap it around one time just to hold it in place while I tie everything else down. If I can do this blind. I'm not sure yet. I haven't worked up the price on it, but I can let you know. I can send you a message and let you know. I have everything written down. I just didn't have time to figure it all up. All right. My fingers don't want to go through the center there. All right. So the other one, let me get him out of the way. I shouldn't have put him on there. I should have known better. It's going to get snagged. There we go. There, and get the ribbons out from underneath it. And the curl there, and then down through this one. Thank you, Lori. Thank you, Joanne. All right, so let me pull these down just a tad. There we go. Make sure that it's sitting in the right direction before I tie it off. There it goes. All right. So I just wrap it around for now, and then I'll go back and tighten everything down when I'm done. Usually tomorrow I go through and tighten everything off, tie everything off, put all the finishing touches on it. All right, that looks about right. I don't want it to be, there we go. Thank you guys so much. All right, there's the last one there. So that'll hold that in place. And I'll come back and fix these ribbons after. I'm going to put flex tubing in anyway, so. There we go. All right, so let's put Lucky on. And the only thing I didn't do, because I wasn't sure where I was going to put him, was put his ties on, which I should have done. So here comes the ice pick. That's Cindy and Renee's favorite part. And we're just going to do a little... I took the sand out of his bottom earlier, and when I did, I sewed him back up, and I put some glue on there to keep everything from unraveling. And then I'm just going to go right underneath there with the ice pick and make a hole. And put my pipe cleaner through. Sounds easy, right? And it wasn't. Let's try it again. His pants are made like out of like a mesh type material. It's almost like the mesh on the wreath. It's the way it's woven. And this isn't working. The holes keep closing up on me. Alright, so we're going to try it another way. Yep, look away, don't look. You don't want to see this part. Alright, we'll just try it up a little higher and see if that doesn't work. Yep, there it goes. He has, when I took the sand bag out, I put stuffing in them. So the little wire on the pipe cleaner gets stuck in that. Yeah, he's not feeling very lucky. The pipe cleaner wire gets stuck in that stuffing. Alright, so there's his bottom. And let me see where he's going to sit. I'm going to put one on the back of his hat. That'll be an easy one, because that will hold him in place. And that goes through a little easier. So there's no stuffing there. Alright, so I'm just going to twist that off. Make sure it's not going to come undone. I attached the sign. I stapled pipe cleaners to the back of it and attached it through the mesh to the frame. And thank you for joining us, Casey. Alright, so let's go ahead and get lucky on here. And I'm going to set him right in here where there's a little bit of an indent. And I'm going to push these pipe cleaners through the mesh. There's one. And I want to tie him off to the frame because I don't want him coming off. If I just tied him under the mesh, there's always a chance that he could come off, and I don't want that. So I put the wire through. I don't want to pull him too tight because I don't want him to sink. He can look like he's sitting a little, but not too much. Alright, so I'm in between the bars, so I'm just going to tie that off. Well, thank you. Thank you, Jody. Alright, so there's one. Let me tie his hat down, and he'll be all set. He keeps his jacket snags on the mesh, so you gotta be careful with that. Alright, so I'm going to pull these ribbons out of the way, and I'm going to go right down through this ruffle. Do the same thing. Trying to get one pipe cleaner on one side of the frame and the other on the opposite so that I can tie them off. Alright, and you want to be real careful when you pull the head part down because you don't want it to look like his head is being... You know, it's wired ribbon. The only thing I can suggest is just work with it. You have to make it go where you want it to go. It will go where you want. You just have to shape it. Mine doesn't always look the way I want it to. Oops, no, now they're both in the same spot. I don't want that. I want it on the other side. But I don't want to pull his head too far because I don't want it to look like his head's going back and his body's going forward. So I have to be careful not to pull him too tight. I have made duplicate wreaths if someone's interested in them. I usually only do like one, and then if someone requests another one. But yeah, I have done them. I had at in the fall, I had made one with a scarecrow on it. He was a little bit shorter than this guy is. And I sold 3 of those. Unfortunately, they were, well, not unfortunately. The signs were all different on them because that way they were all unique for that one person. They didn't have a copy of what someone else already had. So I try not to do that. I try to make it a little bit different each time so that, you know, you don't have a copy of what somebody else has. I mean, if they wanted a copy of something, they could just... Oops, that's the wrong place. I want that there. All right, so he's on there. Thank you. Yep. I would just have to go and get another leprechaun. And the sign would be different. That's the only thing. Because this sign is from last year. I don't know that if they have any this year. I'd have to go and look. I haven't seen any of the St. Patrick's Day stuff out around us yet. Not a whole lot anyway. But the sign came from Hobby Lobby last year. I know his foot's all wobbled. Get his legs in there somewhere. We'll just cross his legs for now. Alright, so that's it for that. But I do have some flex tubing that I was thinking of putting in. Let me get a drink really quick. But yes, if you're interested, just send me a message and let me know. And we can talk about what you want. I'd be happy to make one for you. Alright, so for the flex tubing, I have the lime green. And this one they call, well, that one might be, that's apple green, sorry. This is lime green. And then I had some gold, but this is more of a yellow gold. I don't know how that would look. It doesn't really go with the gold in the ribbon. And then I have the emerald green, of course. Got to have emerald green. So I might just use the 3 greens and go around and leave the gold out. Just because it really doesn't match the gold that's in the sign and in his belt and his shoes and his hat. So I think I'm going to use just the greens. And I'm going to do those all around the outside. And make sure his hat is there. Thank you. Yep, so I'm going to go ahead and do these real quick. I'm going to get rid of this gold though. We'll use that on something else. And I probably cut too many of these, but that's alright. I'll use them somewhere else. So I'm just going to throw them all over here and pick one of each. And this will only take a minute to do. And I just take mine, put them together, and fold them in half. And then I fold them in half again. And then I scrunch them in the center and give them a twist. And then I put them right in the tie, right on top of the ribbon. And then tie it off, and that tie is done. And let me do a couple of those and show you what that looks like real quick. So 1, 2, and 3. Fold them in half. Oops. Fold them in half. Center. And twist. And then I just leave these decorative ties, twists there. I don't fold them down or anything. If I was using pipe cleaners, I would roll them down. But with these decorative ones, these are those Tinsel Garland ties that I got from Walmart at Christmas. So can you see the flex tubing in there? Let me turn it this way. There's two of them right there. Oh, no problem, Kathy. Anytime. The flex tubing, I cut those the length of my mat. So my mat is 24 inches long. So I cut them at that length. Some people cut them a little bit longer. Some people like them at 30. It's just whatever you like. I just happen to just do them the length of my mat. Just makes it easier for me. So I'm going to take those all the way around. The outside here. I don't know if I can get too many on the inside because of the sign and because of the leprechaun, but we'll see. And you have to be careful when cutting these because, you know, they stretch. So if you stretch them when you're cutting them, then they won't be the same length. So you just kind of have to do it loosely. And that way you can get them all the same length. But yeah, I love flex tubing. That's probably one of that and ribbon are my favorite things to put on here. This one's probably going to be a heavy one. Hope not too heavy. Have to weigh it. Yeah, 24 is good for me. That's what I like. Like I said, some people prefer them longer, but then, I don't know, they kind of... I used to make them longer in the beginning, but this just, the more I worked with it, the more I found, you know, what I liked and what worked for me. So there's probably some wreaths out there that have the longer ones on it that I made that probably could have been shorter. I can think of one I sent my sister that I made for her that I think I would like to have gone back and redone the ties. If I ever go visit again, I will definitely fix that. A lot of this is just finding what works for you. There's no rules. Even if anyone tells you there is, there aren't. You can do what you want to do. Everybody does something different. Yep, see that one's a little longer than the rest of them, so I need to cut that. Oh, no problem. Anytime. Anytime. There you go. I understand. I watch other people and try to recreate some of theirs in my own way. It's still going to be unique to you because you did it and you're going to probably do things a little differently. Anytime. Yeah, I did forget about that, didn't I? Thank you, Lori. If you don't already get alerts when I go live, just type in the word alert. And then you should get a message from my messenger, from my bot. If you respond to that, then you should be on the list for receiving alerts when I go live. If the word live doesn't work, try alert or try get started or start. Any of those words should send it to you. And hopefully it's working. I set it up tonight, so I'm hoping it works. I'm still new to doing that, so fingers crossed I did it right. I did see someone got the alert tonight, and I got the alert myself, so I know that part was working. Is it not working? You should get something in Messenger. If you don't, it may take a few minutes. One of them is bound to work, I hope. If not, I'll hopefully will get it. You got the alert. Okay. Linda got it, so that's good. So that part worked. And it's not working for you? Okay. Well, if you don't get anything, then I will try and fix that tonight. And hopefully have that working by next week. I don't know why it... sometimes it takes a little while, but I know my sister was having problems with it last week too. And she finally got hers after the live was over. Actually, I think she got it the next day, which was weird. And this ribbon needs to be cut. All right, a couple more and we'll be done. Is there still a lot of people doing lives tonight? Seems like everybody goes on at the same time. Is it not working for anybody? I don't know, that thing's gonna drive me crazy, I'm sure. Lucky's over here doing his exercises. Okay, well, thank you for, sir, if I can talk. Thank you for joining us tonight. I appreciate it. Oh, no problem. Like I said, anytime, just let me know. Well, I appreciate that, Deanna. More than you know. I don't know what I was doing when I cut all these, but I thought I had them all the right length. Who knows? Kathy and Deanna, did you guys do the live last time? Last week? Did you type it in last time you were on? Because if you've already done it, it won't send it to you. Yeah, he is doing yoga, isn't he? Alright, so that's all the bottom there. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't think I can get one in here, but we'll see. And there's no sense in putting any underneath them, because you're not, oh shoot, he's snagged. You're not going to see him anyway, so. Once you get him on here, put him where you want him and try not to move him, because he snags everything. Alright, there we go. Yeah, you did it last time. That may be why you're not getting them this time, because you're already on there. Did you get an alert tonight when I went live? I know someone said they did. You know, it starts out really cold up here, and then by the end of the time, by the time I'm done, it's so hot. Can't make up its mind. And I don't even have the heat up here set very high. I don't like it being hot. Alright, yeah, I like that. So I'm going to leave that there. Alright, so let's see. Let's see if we can get one in here. Might as well use them, they're cut. Yeah, if you got one. Yeah, that may be why it's not working then, because you're already on the list. See how I cut that? Well, that one's not too bad. We can use that. It's all right. It'll work. Yeah, it would go to your private messages. And the alert went out around 6 o'clock Eastern tonight, just to remind everybody I was going live. And I know it worked because I got it, so for me it worked. It's just getting it to work for everybody else is the problem. All right. That's right. Yes, she did, didn't she? She had everybody put in their name last night. Thank you. I'll get that one later. Thank you so much. I see our bartender woke up. She's there. She's still hiding under that blanket, staying warm. I was getting thirsty too, Cindy. All right, we're almost done, guys. Everybody can go and get warm and get snug in their bed. Change? What's change? Do I need to change something? All right. Let's see. I think that was the last. Nope, one more. Sorry. Fooled you. Thought you were going to go to bed, didn't you? Oh, thank you, Casey. You guys are so sweet. Thank you. All right, this is the last one. So I have some extra there. All right. And I'll go back through and I'll fix all his ribbons and that later, but I'll make sure that everything's where it's supposed to be. But there's Lucky. Oh, Casey, I love tubing. I put it on everything. Yeah, my goal this year is bows. I don't have much luck with bows, so I got to work on those. I haven't been able to make it to Bow Sunday yet, but I'm going to eventually. You probably do, Linda. I'm not sure. Mine, it doesn't. Some people just put in live and it works, and others it doesn't. So I'm not sure what the problem is. I have so much trouble with that thing. I'm in North Carolina. I'm near Fort Bragg. So there we go. And I thank you all so much for joining me tonight. Thank you for sharing and liking my page. And I will get those alerts figured out one of these days. I don't know when, but I will. Yeah, I tried to go to it, but then something always comes up. So, but I've got to work on bows because I've done a few, but I am not happy with the ones I've done. So I got to figure them out. I've got both the bow makers. I've had the one for years. Now it's popular again. I've got it when it first came out. Now it's all, everybody's using them again. For a while, a long time, it sat in the back of my closet. I almost got rid of it. I'm glad I didn't. Yes, Lucky will be posted tomorrow. Hopefully it'll be nice out so I can take pictures. Because I take all mine outside on the door. So that is it for tonight, guys. And I appreciate you all coming. I know, practice. I have to. Yeah, it is, Linda. It's a lot different. So you guys have a great evening. Thank you so much for joining us. Usually every Wednesday at 8 o'clock I go live. So if you want to join us, pop on in, and hopefully my alerts will be working. So you guys have a good night, and thank you. Oh, I appreciate that, Joanne. Thank you. Thank you, Cindy. I love you. Stay warm. I'll see you this weekend. All right, guys, you have a good night. Thank you again for joining me.